In other news, women-led businesses in Nigeria continue to face significant funding challenges despite their contributions to economic growth and job creation. While several financial institutions and government initiatives claim to support female entrepreneurs, many still struggle to access capital. According to recent reports, women own about 40% of small and medium enterprises, SMEs, in Nigeria, yet they receive less than 10% of available credit. Barriers such as stringent loan requirements, lack of collateral, and gender biases in the financial sector have contributed to this funding gap. The FundQuest Financial Conference, held in Lagos, tagged FundHER, addressed these challenges and recommended solutions to them by empowering over 100 women-led small and medium enterprises. The initiative, designed to provide business insights, networking opportunities, and access to funding, is part of FundQuest's ongoing commitment to fostering economic growth by supporting female entrepreneurs in Nigeria. Speakers at the seminar highlighted the challenges faced by women entrepreneurs, including limited access to capital, market expansion constraints, regulatory issues, talent acquisition, and scaling operations.
If you're a keen observer of global finance, you will see the trajectory towards movement to empowering female-led businesses. And even in the regional area in Africa, you will see that there is a gravitation towards empowering more women. There have been quite a number of research towards this. And one of the key findings is that if you empower them, you are not only feeding a family, but you're also sustaining the nation, because you make them to be compatible with that of the man. That's one. Two is the finding that if you give them credit, they tend to pay better than men-led businesses. So there's a level of integrity associated with female-led businesses. And that's why some policies, even at the Central Bank of Nigeria, is saying that you need to have a specific number of women on your board and at management. So for us in FundQuest, what we're simply doing is leveraging on that global move to building a product to be able to cater for that area of business. So that's exactly what we want to create. We're starting from the micro, but there's a bigger picture. Like I said earlier, this initiative is going to come in as an entity of its own, although promoted by FundQuest, but it's going to have a life of its own. FundHER Financial Services. That's where we're going.
Right on time. This is the Women's Month, and there are interesting statistics that we couldn't help but notice. Almost 45% of businesses in Nigeria are owned by women, but at the same time, only about 10% have access to funding. We all know that your personal savings can only take you so far. What you need is funding and support. And we thought, why not? We are FundQuest and we want to fund her. And that's why we brought FundHER by FundQuest.
The process involved requires that you separate the business from yourself. That is, create a business, have a business name, have an identity for the business. Also ensure that when you want to start that business, the idea is very clear in your mind. So when we ask you pertinent question, you are able to ask that question. And when you provide answer to that question, we are better able to guide you. And in putting fund to you, you must first of all know that that idea that you have, that you need to fund, has a business inclination in it. That is, there's a proof of concept.
In the business world, there are challenges faced by businesses and business owners, as it were. But specifically, as we're addressing the women today, we narrow it to the women specific. And like I said, one of them is funding, assessing fund. And then we looked at the areas of market expansion. We also talked about talent acquisition, management, and retention, right? And then we considered the fact the areas of leadership, style, as also part of the challenges that women face, and innovation, technology, disruption. And then especially in this time where you have a lot of technological disruptions in the industry. So basically these the areas identified, like I said also, this is based on research. We're not just a guesswork.